Matt Taibbi, welcome back. Nice job on the show tonight.
Oh, thank you.
How are things? What's going on with you? You were here
Things
about
are
a
good.
year
They're
ago.
mellow. Yeah. I've changed jobs a couple of times since I was last in the show, and now I'm mostly working on a book.
Got to keep it moving, right?
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm back doing. I'm just working on a book. I'm home. I got a little baby at home now, so everything's good.
That book you guys were talking about on Overtime, I Can't Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You've been traveling all over the place for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of it takes place in Staten Island, so it's about that Eric Garner case, and it's this is sort of getting back to old school investigative journalism stuff, where I'm spending a lot of time just trying to dig up people who will talk. There's a lot of secretive things involved in that case. There was a grand jury that kind of went sideways, and there's a mystery story at the middle of it, so it's a good thing to spend a lot of time on.
Tell me more about this investigative journalism that you speak of. We don't see a lot of that anymore. What? Because it takes time, and I think
nobody. I mean, that's the way journalism is going now. Everybody's funding, quick hitting, short news stories or things for the internet, and the news organizations don't have the budget for long-form stuff anymore, so it's...
So how are you pulling this off?
Well, no, I mean, you have to... First of all, I was broke until I was 35. That's step one, and then, the other thing is, I mean, it's just... there aren't that many jobs out there left doing it. I mean, look at Lawrence Wright. I mean, he had to pay his dues for a long time, and he does this stuff now, so I mean, I just love doing it. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty clear we've got some issues in our justice system here. But how does that compare to Russia? I know you lived there for a while, and they maybe are just killing people on the streets.
It's funny. When I lived in Russia, one of the things that happened while I was there was that they weren't paying the police the same salaries that they were paying under Soviet times. So the police basically were making their money by going out and ringing people up for fake crimes, and then they would ask for bribes in the streets. So
we're approaching that, right?
It's a version of that. What they're talking about with Ferguson is these guys are essentially going out. They're catching people doing stuff like jaywalking or riding a bike down the sidewalk the wrong way or whatever it is, and then they're hitting them with these fines that accumulate over and over again. Right. So it's not for personal gain, but it's for the city. It's disgusting.
When you were here last year, back in April, you were lamenting the fact that every time you come on the show, we're talking about invading another country, and I don't think we talked about invading another country tonight.
Yeah,
you hope that we could go a year or two.
We broke the streak. Yeah,
that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
I mean, we're thinking about it.
Yeah,
we're thinking about invading.
Well, that's right. Well, so we're arming. We're arming Ukraine, right? So that's like a war by proxy. Does that count? I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it depends. Do you want to be happy or sad right now?
Yeah, I'll go for sad. I'm from New York. So,
okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Well, then it counts. Matt, thank you so much for coming back on the show. Always amazing.
Yep.
Matt Taibbi, everybody.